Three, two, one.
Boom,
Hello.
bop, bam.
I see we have Kendrick's cousin in the studio in the back. I'm sorry, dear listener. Welcome to the 18th episode. Just like the girl you might be DMing.
Ka-chow. That's what he says, right?
That is right. That is right. That is Lightning McQueen's line.
Oh, right, him. Yeah. That guy.
That guy. Dear listener, it's been a long week. We almost missed it, but we cared so much about you that we broke our schedule. Sky is in a hazard zone right now, alright? He's in
Yeah.
Afghanistan practically. He could he could be gone at any minute.
No. I'm in a hospital. And I'm not actually in a hospital. I'm not actually in Afghanistan. I am currently recording in a room where my brother is ill. He is sick with some illness, probably the cold or whatever. And I'm trying not to inhale as much air as possible so I can get this recording out and, dive out of the room. But then I got to come back here anyway to edit it and release it. But that's a later problem.
That's a later problem.
That's a later problem.
We made it on time though.
Yeah. We haven't missed a recording. I don't plan on missing a recording still. Yeah. There's only been 1 week where I got kind of close, uploading on Sunday. Which technically it could be a loss if you think of it that way, but it's still the part of the week.
We count it. We do Monday to Sunday. So you're in the safe.
That's
We're
right.
not Sunday to Saturday like the rest of the world.
Yeah. So we're good.
But yeah, dear listener, it's a pleasure to be here with your host, me, Ebenezer, and Scott the Almighty.
I am Scott the Almighty. Ka-chow.
Look at him shine. So Scott, tell us, what did we miss? What's happening?
I'm so glad you asked, my dear friend Ebenezer, host, co-factor, benefactor, efficient.
Yes, all that and more.
Yes. It's so, you know how hard it was to get down your plaque? It was specially made for that, to fit on your desk. We had to bust down the wall to get it from the desk to the inside the room.
I appreciate the effort. It was worth it.
Yeah. I'm glad you appreciate it. But in other news, we missed it. I'm sorry. The SS United States have left the Philadelphia port and is now heading to Florida to become the largest artificial reef in history as of now.
We did miss it.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, the SS United States was a ship. It was a steam, like ocean liner, and it was the fastest to cross the Atlantic back in its day. And then had a whole bunch of, I want to say buying problems, but people just didn't know what to do with it afterwards. And so it kind of sat at a port in Philadelphia, and it was there for like, I don't know, 30 years. If it's a long time, it's been there. And the city didn't know what to do with it. They were trying to decide whether to make it like a restaurant or a hotel or make it a park or something. And over the years, it just became more decrepit. And eventually, the people managing the port, like the whatever company was managing that dock, was like, guys, we're wasting potential with having a ship in here that can't even do anything. So we're going to get it out. So it was decided that it's going to leave, except it was postponed like 3 times. And I feel bad because I wanted to go to this ship and I wanted to take some photos. I wanted to be like, hey guys, I was here when the ship was here, memorabilia. And now it's gone forever.
So that's my artificial reef.
Yeah, it's going to be an artificial reef. I'm not going to go visit it because I don't dive in the ocean. That's scary out there, man.
Yeah. There's a lot of water, I've heard.
Yeah. Besides water, it's just like once you go down there, you start inhaling, and it's just like your lungs don't like it,
You mean you have the tank, the air tank?
Oh, right.
It's just like above air. Yeah, it's in a can.
I do feel bad
Yeah,
though, because it really
you
was a
missed.
great ship, but they had to like fix part of the hull because that thing's been in the water for 30 years. It's kind of hard to fix.
That makes sense. Are they dragging it to Florida, or how does that work? Would
They're
they like?
towing it,
Oh, okay.
so hopefully it makes it there and doesn't you know sink early because that would suck. I'm glad you agree with me.
Yeah, it'd be inconvenient if it just it's like
Yeah.
it blocks the port and it's like, oh guys, now we have no exit. And like,
No, it made it. It's in the open ocean right now.
oh okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good at least.
It went under the bridge. It made it fine. Everything's so good so far.
Well,
It
that's
just,
good.
it sucks that you have so much history so close to home, and then you wake up and go, it's all right. I don't gotta go there today. It's fine. Forget about it.
I didn't realize how passionate you were for the ship.
I just like history, but I'm
You
not a
do like
history
it.
guy.
I don't know. I feel like that makes you a history guy.
Yeah,
It sounds like history guy concerns, you know?
it was built in the 1950s. Apparently, it was the largest passenger ship ever built in America, an ocean liner.
R.I.P.
Oh, it's
Rest
been
in
docked
peace.
since 1996.
Dang, that is long.
Yeah,
That is kind of like, is that 30? No, that's 31.
damn,
No, that's 29.
damn.
Well,
But that's my news. F in chat, everyone. F in chat.
Scott couldn't get out of bed thinking about this ocean liner. One of the many things that roam Ben's mind.
Yeah, I was at work and then I had like a brain gasm when I was like, "Oh, what that boat?" And I looked it up on the Googles, and the Googles was like, "You missed it," and I was like, "No!"
And we totally we were like, oh, we should actually plan to go there.
Yeah,
Well, what are you gonna do? At least it's helping the ecosystem. I do like that it's becoming a reef. Feels
yeah.
like we're giving back in a way.
But how about you? What's good? What's going on? What's new?
Nothing much. I've been doing schoolwork. I've been calling out a lot just to do schoolwork and study and whatnot. Been pretty healthy, exercising pretty much almost every day, which is nice. Feeling good. What else? Ooh, got a part-time job coming up, so more time to school, which is nice. And the people there seem really nice. They're gonna give me free shoes, bonus, because I don't buy anything. I buy nothing,
Yeah,
so it's nice. Besides that, though, nothing too crazy. It's just been a lot of head down, working in the tunnels kind of vibe, you know?
that's fair. I mean, you might as well use all your hours before you leave your company, right?
Yeah. I mean, I already used my hours. I pretty much always trade a day off if it means if I feel like I can get a lot more, if I can get more out of my time. Because a lot of times at work, also right now, like the last 2 weeks, I would just sit there for close to 7.5 hours and do nothing. Luckily for me, do nothing means I just read. I'll read my textbook and whatnot. But I would rather be at home, like physically working in Blender or Maya or something, than just reading the textbook.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of feels like I'm sitting there, and I just hate when I have to go to like work and do nothing. Like that's always like been a big gripe for me. I like to like actually either be working or don't bring me in.
Well,
But
at
that's
least you
just
get
a me
paid.
thing. Yeah, which is nice, but you know me. Money is nice, but until I'm homeless, I think once I'm homeless, then I'll really care about every nickel and dime that comes in. But right now, I always kind of feel like time is always I always treat it a little bit more expensively. Like you get paid like close to $20 an hour. When you watch VTubing for 3 hours, would you say you would give $60 to watch 3 hours of VTubing?
Listen, I know I waste my time. You don't gotta tell me I waste my time, okay?
I'm not trying to shoot it. I'm just saying. That's just how I always view time a little bit,
All right.
because yeah, it's limited. You can't get it back.
Yep. I
Dear
get it.
listener, you hear me? You can't get that back. Spend time with your daughter. Do what you can. Do things that you like that take a lot of time because you won't have it later
That's
if you
right.
have the opportunity to. You know?
Live now, not later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
But no, good week.
that's good. Well, I got a follow up question for you.
Yeah.
Am I manly to you?
From 1 to 10.
And 1 being no, and 10 being like definitely, like Chad.
Ooh. Hmm. I definitely would say closer in the 10 for sure. Because you do a lot of man-related stuff. You're into a lot of manly kind of things. You're also not very emotional. You also like, yeah, you're pretty, yeah, yeah, yeah. You pretty much are. Cause like anything that's feminine about you is very outlier, and it's very much feels like it's always 5% of your, of like your total activity.
That's true. I can see that.
So yeah, I would say you're pretty manly, dude. Yeah.
I can agree with everything, but I will say I am in touch with my emotions. So let it be
You
known.
called your ex girlfriend fat, bro. you're,
Yeah,
you're, you're,
that's not part of emotion, just honesty.
I mean, the way you did it like how a man would, you know, like
That's right.
stay up and massaging is like I hit my wife, drink a beer, kind
No,
of way,
no,
you
no,
know.
no, no. I'm very straightforward, dude. I'm very honest. It's how I live my ninja way.
That is
Once I know
true.
you, well, actually, even if you can't handle it, I might hint at it and then try to ease into it, just so I can be honest with it.
Sure, but no, you're pretty manly. You're a pretty manly guy.
All right,
Yeah,
thanks.
yeah. Has someone questioned you?
No,
Oh, what's happening? Are you having thoughts? You trying to dial it down? You're like,
no.
I've been chopping too much wood this this year.
So it's been no, I haven't chopped wood yet, but I plan to. But it's because today my coworker was like, she is my previous supervisor, so she's like, on the older side, so the
Yeah.
wisdom. And she
The
was like, I
wise.
haven't seen you in a year because I transferred departments. And then I came
Yep.
back and she was like, you know what? You seem more like a man now. You're trying to make your own decisions in life. You're trying to be like setting your foot down. And I was just like, yeah, it's because I didn't shave today. And then she was like, maybe it's because you didn't shave today, but I do think that I do
She
think that
heard
you
you.
are, yeah, being more dominant and like assertive in what you want to do. Like you're taking that goal, taking that step, and I respect that. And I was like, thanks. And that's why I brought it up.
I see. Well, you did do it. Was pretty manly because you went to work and you said, "Guys, I don't feel like I want to be here." And they're
Everyone
like, "What are
says
you
that
gonna
though.
do?" Yeah, everyone says it, but no one like really like does it. You know what I mean?
All I wanted,
Like,
I mean, I just wanted to say that, as a man, and you're my fellow man, we're both
yes,
men.
yes. Well, I feel like you're a lot more manlier than me.
Sort of.
Than you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is
because I
surprising.
wouldn't wood. I wouldn't chop wood. I'm delicate. I'm
Yeah.
fragile. You know. I stay inside in air condition. You go outside with the bugs.
Yeah. I roll around in the dirt and I have like those tiger stripes on my under my eyelids and I
Exactly.
got a
And I'm
spear.
inside making hot cocoa for everyone. Guys,
Yeah.
come in.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a beige sweater.
That's right. We're both manly men here. That's
We're
what I just
both
wanted to say.
manly.
So I'm glad we're in agreement.
I put my heels to the side because it's winter. And
Yeah, put your Uggs away.
exactly. But no, yeah, you're pretty manly. You do make some pretty manly decisions. Pretty straightforward with it. Respectable.
All right. Well, just to pivot off of that subject, because now that we established that we're both men,
Yes,
uh,
that is true.
I have a simple game today.
Simple.
Simple. You know what it's called? It's called Would You Rather. It's the tried and
Classic.
true uh, game where you have to decide between A or B.
Easy. You know they use that in the witch trials.
Yeah. So
That's
we're
how
not
you prove
dying.
that
No
she's
one's
a
dying.
witch. I might find out you're a witch. I might have to drown you.
I might have to kill you.
If he floats when I throw the stone on him in the water, he is a
Yeah.
witch.
If I crack his head open and a red substance leaks out, he's a witch. I'm
He's
telling you
a witch.
guys. Let it be known. But if I do that, it's not because I'm a witch. It's just because he influenced me due to his witch abilities.
Ah,
Yeah.
well played. Well played. You ever see that like they do a skit where it's like, oh, witches can read, so he go like, hey, can you read? And she goes, oh no, of course not. I'm no witch. I'm a sublimated.
That's
And he goes,
right.
all right, good. And he starts going the one way, and she goes, oh, the sign says to go that way. And he's like,
Oh no!
oh.
No, the sign is an arrow. It's an arrow. It's an arrow.
That's how I would get caught. I feel. Ooh, okay,
We're
I'm
not
ready.
we're not that smart. Oh jeez. Okay. To start this off, would you rather be a famous artist or a famous athlete?
Mm, mm. You know,
And if you pick one
artist.
of the genres, describe like what actually thing you'll be famous in.
I
Obviously.
would want to be famous in. Well, this is hypothetically. Not that I would want to like do it right if I had the choice right now, but it would be fine art, and it would be making. I would say 30-foot glass sculptures, or no, 30-foot statues. When you chisel stone, I think it's really cool when those guys chisel a freaking block out of stone. That takes so much time.
Yeah.
And I really want to see a Michelangelo, but he's like wearing a wife beater and like boxers. So, I would love that out of stone. That's what I would want to be famous for. Modernizing great art.
I mean, hey, that sounds pretty dope to me. I'm not gonna lie.
But yeah, I feel like it'd be a lot more interesting. And I think I respect athletes a lot because I feel like you have to be there's like a level of intelligence for kinesthetics. So like I think of Kobe Bryant or like one of those like gym what is it? Gymnastics. What do they call? Not cheerleader. They
Acrobatics.
they have like yeah, acrobatics. Like one of the professional acrobatics, like the things they do with their body was like almost inhuman. I'm just like, damn. That takes a lot of like physical intelligence to do it with your body, not fucking break, like fall apart and like snap your spine and shit.
Or it
There
could
was
be a
this
gymnast.
a gymnast.
A gymnast?
I feel like you could be a gymnast. You have
I
like an
can't be a
acrobat's
gymnast.
body. You don't think so?
No, you know how hard it is to do a gymnast? You gotta lift your body weight, and then
You
like
can
if
do
you
that.
do it wrong, you're gonna slam into the ground.
There's padding. You got a spotter who throws the pad under you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna break my neck.
No, I think you could be an athletic gymnast. You just gotta get that rib sorted. That's the only.
That rib will actually help me because it'll give me so much like cylindrical force when I'm spinning around.
That sounds dangerous. Sounds like uncontrolled power.
No, I
You're
can
not ready
control it.
for.
I can control it.
All right,
That's why
what
I'm a
would you
professional.
be?
Now here's my question: do you count a professional gamer as an athlete?
Ooh, you know, I don't really think so. I don't think they should be considered an athlete in the same way that I think gymnasts and runners are. Like, yeah, you're moving, like, you have, like, great kinesthetics with your hands, or not kinesthetics, dexterity. You have really great dexterity, and I don't know what the term would be for, like, eyesight and recognition of targets and that kind of crap.
Yeah, hand-eye
But I
coordination.
definitely, yeah, hand-eye coordination. I just don't feel like those are, like, it's impressive, but I just don't think it should be in the same realm. Like, I think it deserves its own sector because it's just so, like, digital. Granted, I know there's sports like I know I watched like a golfing tournament and they hit like a golf ball into a like those virtual rooms. I don't know if you've ever seen that before. To see like who can hit the farthest.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, those virtual golf simulator stuff.
Yeah. And like I get like that, but that feels like you're still using your entire body, you trained your body and everything. But when I think of like a gamer who trains, like I imagine aim lab, like drinking Powerade.
Well, it's because the Olympics is trying to make their own division of esports, like for
No way.
Olympics.
Well,
So,
I think they'll do it because of money though, not because it's like
well,
right.
no, esports is a dying, not dying, but it's a losing profit expenditure. Like you
Why
don't
is
make
that?
money doing esports.
Do you really not?
No,
Did not realize that. Then why is there so many people making esport leagues?
because people enjoy the dream, and also back in the day there was money in it, but nowadays it's not as efficient because that back in the day it was the growing thing. It was the new thing people were trying to jump onto.
I see unpredictable ending, so it's
Yeah,
like let me cap. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
But they see where it led.
Well, right now nothing.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be a professional gamer because I want to be a famous ping pong table tennis player
Really?
because I love playing table tennis. My style is penhold, and I want to show it to the world that penhold, even though it's lost number one status as of right now, I can make it happen. I'll bring it back to the limelight it was, you know?
You'll bring it back.
I'll bring it back. Penhold's
I can
better.
respect that.
It just feels better. It hits better. Granted, the stats, they might show that shake hand is better, but in my heart of hearts, I know.
It sounds like a Rocky Balboa movie, but for ping pong.
This is how I became the number one hero in the world.
No, that's a good one. I like that. I feel like ping pong's a real sport, I think.
It is. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Lucky because when people think ping pong, like if you're a casual person, you wouldn't think, oh, it's like a sport,
True.
you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like it's like just tennis with a little less running and a lot more dexterous.
I mean, it's very like burst of speed, and you have to maintain that energy for a long time.
That was a good one.
Well, here's my next one. Would you rather be able to control fire or water?
Water. Water for sure. 100%. I can wash the dishes. I can take shower. Can I control the heat of the water? Like I have full control of water, right? Like I can make hot water when I want to, cold water.
I think it's more
I know.
like you can just move it for both
Oh, okay.
scenarios.
I'm thinking like all the house chores I can do. Um, nah, I think it'd still be worth it. Water is better than fire, cause like, what are you gonna do with fire in an everyday like? You're gonna freaking cook your food and burn it to hell. You're gonna accidentally burn down your
You
house.
know how much money you'll save by
What?
turning off your heat during the winter, and then you just walk around as your own uh ecosystem of heat.
I feel like that's a bad way. 'Cause isn't that like when they warn you you shouldn't have like unattended or opened like dangerous fires about?
I mean, you're not
That's
gonna be
what
the
it feels
Human
like.
Torch. You're gonna maintain it.
It's gonna be that seems too dangerous. Like we live in America, our houses are made out of wood, you know? I just feel like easy
Oh, that place
fires.
is made out of wood.
Well, you know, because London and the UK, their house all made out of brick and mortar. You know, less fire prone. But no, I just don't feel like there's a lot of uses on a day to day. Because you're not a superhero. You're for sure not a superhero, right? You watch the news. You're not gonna go into New York and start shooting fire. I watched enough Spider-Man to know like being a hero kind of sucks. I would mind my business, use my powers to make my daily life easier.
That's right. That's why I'm also Team Water.
Yeah, see. Anyone who picks fire is just a psychopath in waiting. You know, they want destruction. They want that villain arc.
Well, I just like being able to be like, hey, I want to go down the river, and I start surfing on top of the river like Frozone.
That would be cool.
You know,
Ah,
I mean, you can't freeze it, but you can like move with it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. You ever seen like Pokemon? That one Pokemon that looks like a seal with a floaty around its neck.
The new one, yeah.
It's not that new. It was like inside Pokemon Diamond.
Is
You
it?
know what I'm talking about? Yeah. It used to use like some move called Super Jet or something, or Water Jet.
I didn't play it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But I imagine that if I had to move through water. Like, oh, that looks so cool. That looks like so like he knows where he's going. He has the direction.
Well, here's the next one. Would you rather be an accomplished writer or speaker?
Ooh, I would be accomplished writer. 100%.
Yeah, I'm
I
kind of
feel
with
like,
you.
yeah, right? I don't, yeah, no, yeah, 100% writer.
I say writer because what's written and you're accomplished means that it's gonna last forever. You know.
Yeah,
But if it's
definitely.
speaking, then it's just like, well, I lost your media tape, or it's through
Well,
word of mouth, and someone's gonna get it wrong, and then you're like, ah, that's not what I
to,
said.
to be fair though, if your words are so powerful when spoken that you change the directory of like people's lives in front of you, that's just as impactful as a book that lasts 100 years, I think.
But what's gonna last 100 years? Well, both, I guess, right? Is what you're saying.
Yeah,
But I rather have the story because I want to make a story, and you want to make a story too, to be honest.
yeah.
And I want that story to work. So if it works like that, then hey, gee,
I definitely agree with you. I'd rather have written the last the ages. I was just thinking about that one scene in what's that anime I told you to watch but you end up reading?
there's a lot of those, so you got to be more
Orb,
specific. Orb,
Orb.
yes,
Yeah,
orb.
where I can't remember who said it, but they were like, when you write something down, your words travel to the future, and I was like, oh, I like that. I never really thought of it that way. It made writing. I forgot how important like being able to read and write was. I was like, oh, you're really right, because like I've been reading so much lately, and I'm like, some of these people are dead. And I'm like,
Yeah,
here I am reading his words,
yep.
and I'm like, man, interesting.
That's why you want to regulate it, right? So people after you can't read or write.
I do want to regulate it a
Yeah.
little bit. Like, I would start like my own little Nazi book regime. Like, guys, people who only pass the SATs with with a 1980 should be able to write. If you have a 1500, you're allowed to read, but you shall never have a pen or pencil.
Yikes.
Cause like, but then again, I feel like because everyone can write stupid things, we filter out all the bad ideas.
Or
Yes.
we can have all the ideas. So when people has a dumb idea, we can go, ah, that is a dumb idea.
But there'd be less dumb ideas if only the best people were writing, no?
What if I think your idea is dumb, but you can read and write?
Well, if you were backed up by the league of other smart people who are only allowed to write, then I would have to concur with you. It'd be like imagine like some kind of council of like 80 wise men, right? And they all live in a library together, and their sole job is to approve writings that will last into the future, right? So anytime you want to write something, you bring it to these guys. All 80 dudes read it, and it'll be like a consensus, a little kind of like vote. I feel like that's fair enough.
Yeah, let's not do that.
That sounds like some dystopian somewhere, and
Yeah.
I'm up for it.
Sounds like a fault in set Fallout,
It
where they
does.
choose a new leader every year.
A leader will be born after we kill one of our members.
That's right.
Yep. You know, dear listener, you need a little dystopia in your life, Makes you appreciate.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I mean, it'd be nice for. Actually, no. No. No.
I have one for you. I have one for you.
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather stop all crime on the East Coast, but the Midwest becomes the becomes what's that era with cowboys again? A Western.
Yeah.
Becomes like the old school Western of crime? Or would you rather have all of the middle, what do we call our middle states? I'm blanking on these.
I don't know.
There's a name for it, you know?
What, Midwest? I don't know.
No, it's like where Tornado Alley is. There's a name for our middle states.
Is there?
Dear listener, I know you're a history geologist. Can you can you fact check us here? There has to be. I feel like I've heard of something.
Uh, Middle America is the colloquial term for United States heartland.
Oh, okay, Middle America. All right. So, would you rather stop all crime on the East Coast, but Middle America becomes the cowboy badlands? Or would you rather tenfold all crime on the East Coast, but the West Coast and the Mid Coast? I mean, and the the West Coast and I'm forgetting Middle America become a union, and it's like more peaceful. And so you're biased because you're on the East Coast.
Yeah, so we should have crime on the East Coast.
You would 10x it?
You're gonna have to.
Dang. So you're a sacrifice the few for the many kind of guy, huh?
Well, the way I see it is all the food's in the middle, and all of the crazy people are on the left. So if all the right side of the people are now crazy, then everyone just move left.
But we live on the right side. We won't have enough. This happens overnight,
We
alright?
have to relocate.
It's Fallout 4, baby. Overnight. Alright, there's people peeing on your lawn. They're
This is
attacking each
perfect.
other at ShopRite.
Listen, the capital is on the East Coast. We're ready for it. We're ready for change.
We're ready for it.
Yeah.
The capital gets taken over. It's 10x crime, alright?
Yep. And
It's
then we'll
Saints
pardon them
Row.
all because it's free. It's free crime.
Wow. You know, you'd make a good villain. You know? Because you're hard to dislike, and you're not like totally evil.
That's so relatable, guys.
Yeah. Alright, I like it.
Oh, here's a question for you. Wait, what would you have actually? Before I say that,
Ooh. I would peace to the East Coast, and let the cowboy, like the Middle America, become cowboy badland. Because that just means there's a lot more robberies. But the Middle Lands have all the, like, stay off my land or I'll shoot you, you know? So I feel like they would sort themselves out.
you know
Because
all
the
our
way Middle
farmlands in the
America is.
middle.
That's okay. They're only robbing banks. Cowboys only rob banks. They don't rob farms.
We need food to survive.
We import
Oh
our
no,
food
can't
from.
import. No, no.
we
You know how
import,
expensive it is to import shit?
that's
Way
what
too
we do
expensive.
though. James told me we import almost all our food, so it sounds like
Because we
Middle
have to,
America.
because we're so big. And now you're gonna cut out more of that food. There's gonna be monopolies of people, of gangs that just supply food out and like deny people entry.
It would just incentivize people to start growing in their own home.
All right, sounds good. Everyone gets your potted plant, get your fruit and vegetable of choice.
It could be a cornucopia. Imagine. I like that.
But the question was, would you rather be the luckiest person alive, or know you worked hard for what you have?
Ooh, worked hard for what I had. I feel like if everything works out for you because you're lucky, you feel good in the short term, and I think over a long period of time, you'll probably feel a little. Well, at least me. I feel a little guilty. Like when life gets a little too good for me sometimes, I kind of feel a little bad because I'm like, I know. So I imagine in my head, I'm always imagining like the parallel universe. So I'm like, there's a version of me that's like he's lost both his legs. He's in a wheelchair right now, and he's like cursing And I'm just thinking like, ah man, I'm so sorry I won, bro. Hopefully there's no parallel dimension. But if there is, don't come and kill me and take my spot.
I mean, I want to agree with you because there is satisfaction in a hard day work and knowing that it's working
Yeah.
out in the end. But you know me, I gotta go easy. So I'm going lucky
Me of weak spine and little faith.
because if I was
That's
the
fair enough.
luckiest dude, then like everything would work out somehow, and I'd be like, "Wow, this is so cool," and no one would want to assassinate me because I'm so lucky.
That is true. There's a show that's kind of like that called from 2000 and I think 10 called Better Call Earl. And the guy from have you seen Alvin and Chipmunks?
Yeah.
The guy Dave, he's the main actor of that,
Oh,
and he has like really good luck, and he won the lottery, and I'm just vaguely remembering the show, but he seemed like he had a pretty good life, so I think you'd like it.
I hope so. That's the plan, at
Yeah.
least.
Nothing bad happened to him, but bad things happen to other people because you're so lucky.
No, I don't.
Ooh.
I don't suck out the luck at other people. I'm just lucky.
No, 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 no. I think by definition, if you're lucky, most people probably will have shitty luck because they're just like they naturally just have base level luck. For example, I bet
I think base
like you
level
go to
luck's not bad though.
what are you talking about? People base level luck gets you cancer, right? You walk into the hospital and your doctor's like, "Oh, you're gonna live an extra 30 years,"
That's
and
you
then
and
the
I
next
right
person
now. We have base level luck.
exactly. We're at the whims of fate right now, right?
Yeah.
Eddie, I could lose my leg right now. All right, we just what is it? A plane crashed in Philadelphia. I'm just saying, like we're on the line now. If we had, you know, super luck, we would be. We would be a super luck.
If I had super luck,
Probably
I would start a business. I would win the lottery, and then I would
start another business,
start another business because
and
that
then win
keeps
the
me
lottery.
lucky. Yeah.
I don't know. Wouldn't you? What would you do if your kid doesn't have your type of luck? Wouldn't you feel bad? Or like when things don't work out for other people, but you're so lucky?
Uh, I mean, I would feel bad, but they have base level luck, so kind of is what it is.
Damn. Spoken like someone who has true luck. You hear
Yeah.
that, dear listener? Look at this. This
Listen, listen,
schmuck,
listen,
alright?
listen. If I was an MMORPG, I would max out my luck stat because I'd rather have the chance of opening a chest and having a super rare item compared to maxing out like strength or something. That's just how I
Piece of
run.
shit. You won't ever get to a chest because you have no other stats, alright?
I'm lucky enough to find a chest. What are you talking about?
People like you spoil the earth.
Alright, I only use it for good. I only use my power for good.
That's what they all say. That's how it starts.
I know. I had
I'm
to
a
say
good
it.
guy.
It's
I
a
just need
canon
my own
event.
private jet. I
I can't stop winning.
oh god.
Every casino business. I'm gonna like ban list on every casino.
That's a good one. Dang.
Where's another good one for you? Would you rather have everyone in the world be kinder or more intelligent?
Ooh. Hmm. I think kinder. Because I feel like the more intelligent you are, the more cynical you become.
Yeah, because you know
And
too much.
yeah, like I feel like the burden of knowledge. Every time you feel like you learn something, don't you feel like you just learned something that kind of like took a little bit of magic away from the world in a sense?
Yeah.
And I just imagine like that happens enough times, you become either Batman or like I don't know, some like really gloomy kind of like I don't know. It feels like it'd be pretty bad. If we're all smart, then we'd be like, oh, there's too many of us on the planet. Of
Yep.
course, we should just reduce our numbers.
Yep.
And they go like, so who's dying? And they go like, well, whoever has the lowest stats. And we go like, agreed, agreed. And then
That's why I'm
no
team
changes.
intelligence.
Yeah.
Because hear
That's
me
like
out. Before we start killing
oh god.
everyone,
Okay,
everyone is
let's
smart enough to know how to big brain the next guy. So it'd be like everyone's playing like Lelouch's chessboard, and we're all just trying to like outsmart each other because we're so smart. Or hear this out. What if we're so smart that we know that we shouldn't kill each other like that, and we find out a way to make a reproducible energy source and food and water and all that stuff because we're so smart.
I think that doesn't happen because of how intelligence works. I remember listening to one of those therapists who were talking about like, the more intelligent they said on average, the more intelligent you are, the more you suffer.
I
So you
agree.
just you innately suffer and you innately become a lot more colder. So I feel like if everyone just raised in intelligence, everyone would be a lot more cold and still mild. So if I was cold, still mild, and smart, and we all are smart enough to know, like, hey, it would just be easier if we killed, like, if we just pulled a Thanos rather than taking a 10-year solution to gamble that this would work. Then we're all like, all right, let's just kill half the population.
Yeah, I feel like Vision and like Ultron. I feel like Ultron, where I'm like I got
Exactly.
to support the next generation by making everyone smarter, and I install a microchip into everyone's head.
Doesn't work.
Yeah.
It doesn't unless like what do you think peak intelligence would be for society? Would it be a hive mind? Cause like I'm like trying to cause I don't feel like it's smart if everyone's individually smart. I imagine if we're smart as a society, we're probably connected to a point that's like inhuman.
I don't know. I feel like as soon as we get smart enough, we're gonna start like Warhammer 40King our Milky Way galaxy. You know, start commandeering planets, making it sustainable.
So we're gonna start traveling space
Yep.
and murdering.
Well, there's nothing to murder because we haven't found anything yet. That's what we're looking for. That's why
We
we're
need a
exploring
race
all these
to fight
planets
against.
to spread our
I
seed
wonder,
of humanity.
would society even be able to coexist if everyone's intelligent? I feel like there needs to only be. I feel like there always has to be a small number of smart people to be able to handle the large number of dumb people.
I feel like if we had that many smart people, I feel like we'll go back to the tribes because we'll all just kill each other, and then we'll all be too smart to know that we can't handle society. So we all have a different tribe group, and we're all just like trying to live our life.
I think you're right
That's why I'm
because I
trying to get
think
to the 440K phase first before we start like axing everyone, so that we can branch off and go where we want to go.
you want to direct their hatred to something else so they don't have to fight
Yeah,
each
we
other.
really
Huh?
gotta find something, y'all.
That's what that's what happens in Watchmen.
Yeah, I know you told me.
Yeah, the smart guy. He's like, I gotta make them all team up by giving them somebody to fight.
Yep, it can't be me. You know, I'm busy doing the managerial work of trying to find someone.
I think we need dumb people to run a society. We need delinquents, degenerates. You know, at least for now, for the phase, for the era we're in. If this was Civ 7 and this is like the modern era, I'd want my population to be 70% like dumbish, 30% intelligence, and the 30% can control the 70%. And the 70% will like they'll be like, oh no, you can't do this, but then they don't know how to stop them. But then,
It sounds like a very human thing to think.
but by the next era, we would have solved all the kinks of the 70%. Because like, how else do we function?
So okay, let's say everyone was kinder.
Yeah,
What's gonna happen in the world then?
I think if everyone's kinder, the world would fall apart. But it would
Then
fall apart with everyone holding.
why'd you vote for kinder? Because you want to be happy when you die?
Because I think no civilization lives forever, and I think I rather be in a falling apart society where everyone treats each other with kindness than a society that's like destroys itself because it's like to purify like the pool of intelligence. Because like I feel like if the society's intelligent, the smartest people, I feel like not everyone's gonna be the same level. So the smartest of our smart will eventually decide, as if they were AI, we either leave this planet because they're slowing us down, or we eradicate the undesirables. Right? Right?
That's right.
But if it's a kind society, it's like, oh, you were born with no legs? That's okay. Come, we've made a place for you.
Yep.
We devoted resources. It's not efficient, but you live an okay life. I'm like, okay, I like that. That sounds nice. Oh, you have your prejudice? Oh, that's not good. We'll work on that. Let's-
Oh no.
and that's when the fall begins.
That's been yeah.
Oh,
There's still gonna be war, right?
there will, because there'll be undesirables in the kind society. There will be a group of people who are full with nothing but hate, and they hate how kind society is, and they will destroy us.
So we're doomed.
I'm sorry, Mr. President. There is no out.
What the heck?
There is no out, Mr. President. We've done all the research we can.
I should have known.
I like that one.
Well, I'm glad we know we're not the only monster in the world. We're both equally the monsters.
It's okay, Sky. I wouldn't eradicate you. In the intelligent society, I know you wouldn't be smarter than me, but that's okay. I
Yeah.
would fool the others. That way you can join us. Right.
No, I think in that high society, everyone gets that one dumb guy as their like follower.
Like, oh, Scout, he can only do calculus in his head.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yep.
Wasn't born with a supercomputer kind of mind. That's okay.
It'll be like a butler or a maid. Everyone gets a servant.
No, you just be a low-level analyst, and then they'll argue with me why I brought you along, and I go like, guys, he balances the average, and they'll have to agree.
He curves the grade.
That's how we'll save society. Because then you'll
Okay.
convince them. We just don't fuck up, Scott. If you fuck up more than twice, they'll kill us both.
No, I'm supposed to fuck up.
We'll make it out.
I was trying to pick the next one, but I think I already answered this. Where it's like, would you rather tell a painful truth or a comforting lie?
Ooh. Have you answered this?
Well, my answer was like it depends. Well, my in-depth answer is it depends on the person, but I'll tell you the painful truth.
That is true. Yeah, you just.
Like 8 times out of 10, I'll tell you the truth compared to giving me the comforting lie.
Ooh. Okay, how about this? You could tell. You could tell someone the painful truth, but there's a chance they'll die of shock. Or you can tell them a convincing lie, and they'll think of you as a scumbag.
Oh, I can take that. If they think negatively of me, I don't care.
Oh.
That's fine.
What if it was your parents?
I mean, they already do,
Oh.
to be honest, but I'm ready at disappointment is what I'm trying to say, so I don't think I can go much further down than that, so it is what it is.
Wow. Fair enough.
I'm gonna
Fair
have a
enough.
bunch of sleepless nights where I cry myself to sleep, but I did what I had to do.
That's what makes you manly.
That's
Oh,
right. I'm Aaron Yeager.
you'd eat your own mother. Society.
I eat my mom.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good one.
Well, answer the question
Involving.
first.
Oh, what was the question? I almost forgot. Holy shit. I
Would
was
you rather
lost in
tell a
my.
harsh truth that hurts someone or a comforting lie? Like harsh
Ooh.
truth or comforting lie situation.
I think a comforting lie. Yeah. I always think of if you're on your deathbed and it's like, oh, Scott needs to know the truth, and it will tear him apart. I walk up, I'll hold your hand, I look you in the eye and go, look, everything's all right, buddy. The cure is just outside the door, right? You take your nap, they're gonna cure you. And so when you go to sleep, that's when we have the nurses like put the pillow over your head. Cause I can't tell you you're gonna die.
Well, here's a real
Like,
life example that actually happened. It's
okay.
gonna kind of dark, kind of grim. But I was
I
watching
like it.
a
I like it.
9/11 documentary, and this guy, he was an EMT, and he was tasked with going up to people and putting the tag on them for triage or triage, what it was called.
Yeah.
And as you know, for triage, there's different levels. There's red, yellow, green, and like black, basically.
Yeah.
Green being like you're good to go, like you'll live, you're minor scratch. Yellow being like you got a cut, you might need a band-aid. Red being like you're missing an arm, you might need to cut, like circulation from there to stop the bleeding. And then black being like they have a hole in their skull, they're basically about to die, right?
Yeah.
And so this guy was tasked with going down to the ground area, and he was surveying the bodies and putting tags on people. And he tagged someone, and it was black. And then the lady like grabbed his shoulder and said, "I'm not dead yet. Like, where are you going? Why'd you put a black tag on me?" And he looked at her, and she had half her head missing. Literally her like open skull, like not doing good. And the guy had to decide either to say, you have a huge hole in your head, or can lie to her and say, no, you're right, I just did it wrong. And so what the guy did was he lied to her, and he said that, listen, I'm just here to put tags on people. People are going to come back and carry people out of this area. Just let them know that it was a misinput. Like I didn't mean to put the black tag on, so just you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And he went off to do more tags of people, but he knew deep down that he lied to her because she was not fine. She passed away, obviously, because those injuries were too severe. But in that situation, I don't know why I made a joke there. I'm so sorry. It was just my.
I know your dark humor affected me too. I was thinking about it. I was like, hey, bro, have you seen yourself?
Yeah. I didn't mean to make a dark humor joke there, but it just kind of slipped out.
I would, I would still lie to her because her last moments will be, oh, good. Someone's coming to help me.
Right? I think I would also do a comforting lie there, because I feel like I can't just tell her straight out that, like, bro or ma'am, you're
Ma'am
not
or
gonna
cooked.
make it, because that's just not
You're
what you want to hear at that stage,
Yeah,
right?
right? Yes, guy. If I'm on my deathbed, lie to me, bro. Lie the fuck to me. Tell me there's a cure. Tell me I'm gonna be saved tomorrow.
We're gonna
Oof,
make it.
man.
Soap. Keep your eyes open, soap.
Carry the boats. Who's gonna carry the boats? Dang. I think
Yeah.
most people would pick comforting lie.
In that situation, probably. But there's some robot out there that would just tell him straight up, like, nah, you're dying.
Well, that's a sociopath. He's enjoying it. He goes, honey, look at my iPhone. Who that? You. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And he throws a towel in her head and goes, wipe yourself wipe yourself off, and you dead.
Oh my god.
I know. I didn't want to say the joke. I know. I'm sorry.
Oh, that kill. That's good. That's good.
I'm sorry. I'm going to hell for that. Listen, that's not what I would do. That's not hypothetical. I wouldn't even do that. I'm saying someone could do that. That's not me. Okay? I wouldn't do that.
Dark humor is supposed to show that you have a high sense of intellect. You have a high intelligence.
That's cap.
No, it's not. I think you're ready for the intelligent society, Scott. This is this is what's gonna be like.
This is why you brought me on board.
Oh, you saw the way we killed that chick? Yo, she had it coming.
Oh gosh.
See? You're already on board. You're already on board. Ah, dang, yeah. I think most people do convincing lie.
I think in that scenario, yeah, for sure.
Not even on a day to day. People like their husband will lie to their wife. Did you get the groceries? Yeah, I was on my way to get them. Even though he's he's about to park in the driveway.
Yeah,
No?
it's like when you're out late. It's like I was out with the boys. Out with
Yeah.
the boys, and you got a
Most people
weird
want to go
lipstick mark on your back of your neck.
like that's
Part of the boys.
that's what the boys. You know, Ron, Ron and the lipstick.
He's got a booth pack, man.
I think most people lie. I think we're prone to lie. I don't know if it's a nature thing, but it feels like a survival mechanism.
Yeah, I
Like
just can't do it
yeah,
too often because I start tweaking, and it's not good for me.
yeah. You have a strong moral compass, you know? That's why you can't be a good leader.
Nope.
Yeah. You wouldn't sacrifice everybody. And we need them all. We need, like if Athens is sinking and we only have space for 500 citizens, what are you going to tell the 5,000? You know, more boats are coming.
Our boats are coming, y'all.
More boats are coming, I swear. All right, get this bitch out of here, yo.
Well, do you have any? Would you last minute? Would you rather, or would you rather go into the recommendations?
Ooh, I want to think of a really good one, but I've been blanking hard. Let me see.
That's usually how that works. When you really want it to come to your head, it's like, I don't got it, and then you're gonna like sit down to relax and get some shut eye, and then boom, it's in your head.
Here we go. Would you rather meet the love of your life now and you like this is perfect match guaranteed like she'll stay with you to your dying breath like she's the one, but you slowly start to lose your memory over time, early onset on Alzheimer's? Or would you never find love for the entirety of your life but have perfect health, perfect vision, perfect memory, but you're alone,
Damn.
loveless? Any woman that you try to make a connection with scoffs. Every man that you try to make a romantic connection with scoffs.
No.
You are alone to your last day. All right.
No, I don't want to be a goat fucker, so I don't know. I like my memories too much. Because right now, I'm only like 25, I think. So if I start losing it now, it's going to be a potato by 30, you know?
That is, yeah, pretty accurate.
It's not worth it.
You have the best 5 years of your life with the woman or man you love.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to be single forever.
Dang, you know, you haven't been alone long enough, right? Let me see you say that 5 years from now. Dear listener, you hear that? 5 years from now,
I like
when
my
Sky.
memories. I like knowing what I know and having, I guess, a healthy body to be able to live. The autonomy to know that I can walk to the bathroom and take a shit when I want to, or wipe my own ass.
You can still do that with Alzheimer's. You just you'll forget where the bathroom is. You
Yeah.
know, but alone, Scott, alone.
I don't
All
want it
right.
either. I don't, but I had to. Because right now it's too early for me to have the love of my life and then lose everything by 30s. It's just too soon.
Okay. What if I gave you a decade? Decade of good health with the love of your life, but you're dead. 35. Death Note style. All right. All right. You wanted years, you got them. 35 is the cap. She walks in tonight.
I can't do it, dude. I'm sorry. Listen, I'll help be your bed nurse and give you some food and water, and she can wipe you down because that's not my job. But I'll entertain you. I'll play that one song you always like. and then you get a glimpse of memory, and your eyes sparkle with joy, and then it fades away.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know the last 10 years of my life will be nothing but fantastic. Dang. I don't know. I've seen a lot of motherfuckers live long and hate that shit.
I can imagine. It's just
These
that like I'm really afraid of losing my memories. Like in like what's it called? Not Parkinson's, but what are those? You know, one of those diseases where you just forget everything
yeah,
at a younger age, and I just don't like that
scary.
because then you just lose
Would that be
yourself.
one of your big fears? That is true. I feel like yourself are your memories.
Well, because like one of my I like you can probably tell I like having the autonomy to know that I can do what I want to do when I want to do it,
Yeah.
which is why I'm very grateful that I have a healthy body that can run when it wants to run and sleep and not have allergies. Not having allergies is a big plus. Not gonna lie.
You
I
know?
mean, at least you got a girl. I'll dab you up for that. A win's a win, brother.
I got the fucking defibrillator. A win's a win.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I remember because I just think back to the days when I worked as a PCA, and I worked on the floor where it was just people who were either had this major surgery. Most of them are like average age of like 60, like 50 to like 70. So they lived out the good portion of their life. They're in the end game of their playthrough.
Right.
And man, I would feel like I found more mean motherfuckers than I did find people who were like have like the happy long life. And I mean, this is the generation of people who like they even have like technology. So they're living that old fashioned. They lived in black and white.
Uh huh.
So like all you have is find someone and live a happy life. You know what I mean? And man, to see like the rage of like someone who's like 85, he's like missing one leg. Guy can still live another 10, 20 years, but has no body. Man, I wish you saw it, man. It was just so grueling. Like I imagine like this is like a bad a bad rewrite of Berserk. And like honestly, it's like oh, this is like all the downs with
Oh
none of
no,
the
gonna be
ups.
guts. Oh gosh.
You're gonna be uts, all right? All right? You didn't get the moment of fight, cause man, I remember this one time. There's this dude. Guy has no legs, no arms. Mexican dude, like 70 something, healthy. No arms, no legs. Guy's gonna live another 20 years. Mean motherfucker, all right? His family comes to visit. His daughter, nicest person on earth. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so nice. And this guy, like, I've been taking care of him solo. So this guy only curses. He only curses. He's always angry, and it's like he hates the world. All right. And I'm like, okay,
I mean, that's
okay, Utz.
it's pretty spiteful to lose all your limbs like that. I wouldn't blame
I,
him.
bro, you're still alive. You're
True.
still alive.
True.
All right. And so like his daughter comes in, sweetheart. This guy curses her out, calls her like a cum stain, like a mistake, like all the things you shouldn't like all the things NPR says not to tell your kid if you
Right.
if you don't want them to hurt themselves. And she's like walks out crying, and I'm just like sorry, like and I go in there, I'm just like as I'm like changing his sheets because he would like shit his sheets on purpose out of spite. Like, like that's how mean this guy was.
Yeah.
And
Damn.
I'm just cleaning his sheets, and I'm just thinking like, and I'm like, I look at him, and I'm like, damn man, you're just one mean motherfucker, man. And he just curses, and I'm like, it's the same shit every day with you, man. It's like, how do you live like this? And he just cursed some more, cursed at the world, and I just remember leaving with like a new set of clean sheets, and I can overhear the nurse and the doctor talking like, yeah, this guy's doing well. He's gonna live like another like 2, 3 decades. I'm just thinking like, damn. And then I meet like people who live the long, happy life who are old, and it's sad because everyone around them they liked is dead,
Yeah.
and they're literally waiting for their call sign. Like that's it. Like I go change Meredith's water, and in the middle of the night she wakes from her sleep, grabs my wrist. Is it time? That scared the shit out of me. Cause it's crazy. It's crazy when someone like grabs you hoping to die, and it's just kind of like, damn, I don't want to live that long.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That's also why I don't want to live to be like 100. That's way too long.
Yeah. Unless I'm teched out. All right. If I'm teched out and running like I'm in my 50s, I'll take it. But dang,
No, I don't think I'll get. Not yet.
not yet.
No.
We're not in the era. Would you upload your mind?
Uh, God.
You only pay a subscription fee while you're actively live, though. So, $10 every month starting now. But once you're uploaded, you're good.
Do I get to choose what I get uploaded into?
You pick a package. So there's a premium, there's economy plus,
So I
and
either be
each
like a
one you,
brain in a jar, or it can be like
yeah,
or like
you
a
can be brain in a
mouse.
jar. You get brain in the jar. Economy plus is you get your own digitized room with like 24-hour clock like service of movies, TV, food, like food to make you feel like you're alive. And then you get premium plus, all right? Now you're shelling out money for this. You're pretty much joined an online resort with other people who've uploaded their minds, and you're just living out life in this kind of resort custom built to take care of all your needs.
I feel like it's a lot of work.
Paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
You paid a lot of money.
No, I'm just gonna take the L. I'm just gonna die peacefully with my own brain in my head, and then you can live in cyberspace if you want to, but
Dang.
I think
Oh,
I'll
that's
be
okay.
content with what I've done so far to be able to not want to live in cyberspace.
That's fair. That's fair. Plus, I know you always want to find out if Isekai is real.
That's
I
right.
know it's always in the back of your mind. See, look,
That's right. I'm running for the reincarnation to happen.
I'm at your fucking doctor's appointment, and he's like, "This is your last option." I go, "Doctor, she doesn't want it. Look, he's
Yeah.
waiting for Isekai." He goes,
I'm
"Isek,
waiting to
what?"
become Shadow from Eminence and Shadow, okay?
Doctor, I've seen Eminence in Shadow.
He's ready, he's ready.
He's ready. He's ready. All right. No, that's fair enough. I wouldn't. I watched a show that was literally just about that, the whole uploaded mind thing, and I
Oh,
agree with you.
what do you? Oh, you're okay. You agree with me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'm fine if there's a copy of me, and then I'm dead. Because I think my prime directive would be, all right, if you upload me, I feel like I have a pretty strong sense of self. So if I'm uploaded, I know I'm the copy.
Right.
I'm not the original. So as the copy, I'm fine living out this digital whatever because I'm just data. I know the OG is like reincarnated or some shit. That's fine with me because I feel like I don't know because I feel like we'll hit that point eventually. I think in our time in our maybe towards the end of our lifespan or mid. Actually, no, maybe mid because I feel like we're advancing pretty fast. But I feel like it'll slowly become an option where you can like start to upload like large fragments of yourself into some kind of like digital scope. And I mean, if it gives other people peace of mind, right? Funerals are for other people, not for yourself. So I always kind of thought of. So I feel like if I'm uploaded, I probably uploaded for people to be like, I miss Eb. Let me see his digital copy. What he's up to. Good old Eb. That's what Eb would do. You
I'll
know?
be a hologram.
Hey, this is Scott.
Yep.
Did you know we missed the fucking U.S. United
Yep.
States ocean liner?
Yes. I wonder how it is in Florida right now. I hope it's doing well.
Ah,
But with
yeah.
that, I'm just gonna have to go quickly into the recommendations because
Recommendations.
we went slightly over time, which is fine because I didn't really want to stop conversations when they're working. And it doesn't. We don't have to keep it around 1 hour because we already went past 1 hour already. Granted, we haven't broken two, so we're still on the cusp of not breaking two, so we're fine.
Okay. The seal's still closed on that.
But what I want to recommend is a song which is different from the previous recommendation, which was an artist who sang songs. No, that makes sense actually. This is the same thing actually. Whatever.
Same
So
artist?
no, it's different artists.
No, okay.
This is an old song. If you grew up in the 2000s, you know what I'm talking about. Well, actually, it's electronic music, so you might not know regardless. But anyway, it is DJ Satomi Castle in the Sky. It's very much like imagine the club techno music from the 2000s of like, Nightcore and shit, but more like the club music. Gets me going. Reminds me of my youth, back when I was younger, in my prime.
I'm thinking cyberpunk. Is it cyberpunky?
No,
Like
like
dark synth?
imagine, you know how like every time we touch,
Kind of.
what are you talking about?
I don't usually remember songs by titles.
Well, I don't want to sing it for you. I can't sing.
It's okay. Sing it badly, and I might be able to piece it together.
I still hear
I need
your
full
voice
vocals.
when you know what I'm talking about?
Oh wait, keep going. It's
No,
bringing
I
something
go.
for me.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Yeah, that's how
yeah,
music.
yeah.
You can't lie. You can't fool me. Your lies are the Sith. I see past the lies of the Jedi. Yeah, but it's that type of music because when I listen to that music, it's like it takes me back when I was a kid in the good old days. And, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3 lobbies, open mic, shit was crazy. Oh, Modern Warfare 2, and
Different days.
back in the day. That's my recommendation. You should listen to it. It's good.
I will recommend the Dap verse.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna, I was gonna do life advice, but I've just been watching Dap verse anytime I take a dump. And so, dear listener, if it's still around, if you like Dragon Ball Z and you like the humdrum of pop culture and like black people and kind of just like anime cheesiness, I think it's worth it. It's literally just Dragon Ball Z, but instead of fighting, it's all about dapping. And I think every person on Earth has dapped at least once, no matter your nationality. And I think it's a good little ha ha if you're just looking for a quick laugh and then you want to get off your phone.
is it brain rot?
Honestly, no. Because I think brain rot is Skibbity Toilet.
Exactly, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah. No, because there is a plot. Like, it goes in episodes. And I mean, you don't need the episodes don't really mean anything chronologically, but it's formatted like an episode. Like, you start the short and you end the short, and it was like a story of something. So you're able to like go and tell someone like, oh, this is what happened. But Skibbity Toilet is a little just too much. It's just a guy yelling. The toilets and heads and cameras are fighting,
There's a war.
which
Yeah.
is yeah. But that's what I know about Skibbity Toilet though. Man, it's crazy that these kids have Skibbity Toilet and stuff. It's
Yeah, back in our day, we had like
with the vomiting rainbow cat.
what Nyan Cat?
Yeah, like that was our brain rot.
We had Nyan Cat. We had banana stick figure guy.
Oh, banana, that was so good.
Uh,
Ah,
the classics. The classics.
the
The
classics.
classics.
Dang. Look, 2 years from now, we're gonna have to start saying back in my day. You know, like it's getting pretty close.
I'm already saying that. Like back in our day, we had to have a flip phone that you couldn't
Movie,
touch to like open the internet.
but it's comic. It's comically when we say it. We're gonna have to mean it in 2 years. In 2 years, we actually have to reference. I talked to my little cousins, and I almost have to start saying like, "Oh, back in the day, this is what we would do," and I'm like, "Ah, dang, the era is
Yeah, we used to
changing."
have to record our television on a cassette tape.
Dude, they don't even know. They don't even know smacking the big TV because like it's fuzzy, you know.
That's how it works.
They don't know throwing your GameCube disc like Ninja Stars. They don't, you know, like
They don't eat dirt anymore.
they don't eat dirt no more. There's no cul-de-sac kids, you know. You just go outside to run. I
Oh
did a
no.
walk today, and I was like walking around the place I used to go outside so often. And I was like, oh man, it brings back the 2010 vibes. Like you'll see like a path you used to run down because it got you home 30 seconds faster. Literally no difference. And I was like, oh, I just like the way. I just like this route.
I remember playing outside.
Right, man. I hope kids aren't totally skadooshed. I feel like kids are trying to like you have to 10x your effort on them now, right? Because you're like, oh, I really don't want him to be homeless.
Well, it's every generation, I guess. To be honest.
That's true. I watch a lot of OTV, and I do see the common theme of what happens today happens back then. Like, there's a scene where the guy's like, girl wants him to go to college, and he's like, you see how the economy is, like, going to college doesn't guarantee you a job. And I'm like, oh, that's so funny. That's what we're saying right now. And I'm just like, shit never changed. It's the same shit.
That's right. And on that happy note, we're gonna end this off. Man, we're so good at ending this podcast on such happy notes.
Dear listener, I know you love the vibe, right? I know, dear listener, has to be within our age bracket. I feel like, right? It's not an 8-year-old. Dear listener's like, yo, I feel it. He's busting out the one-time cigar. He's sitting down. He's like, looking at the freaking Tamagotchi that he used to like freaking monitor that he don't touch no more. He understands. This is good times for old people like us.
Well, we're gonna reminisce on a different episode of this
Indeed.
podcast, which is sort of coming to a close real soon. There'll be more on that once it gets closer down the line. But
We got 6 more.
okay, yeah, that's right.
Oh, was it supposed to be a surprise?
No, not anymore. It's all right. So thanks for thanks for coming, everyone.
I don't know if you're trying to be subtle. I just.
Well, I did not. Did I not say I was talk about this when it gets closer to that time?
I don't mean like you want to talk in depth, but I thought they knew.
Did I tell them before? Dear listener, if I told you before and I totally forgot, then you can blame me for that. But at the same time, listener, I don't think I've ever said it on the podcast when we had an end date.
I think, like episode 2 or 3, we're like, it's gonna be this long. We
did not.
I feel like it. Dear listener, back me up, all right? If it's not in there, edit the video.
No, I'm cutting this out. I'm cutting this out.
You can cut this out and then use this on the last episode as my prediction.
Boom ba bam.
I like that one as the ending.
Yeah, the type of shit that you don't understand.
I like it.
Oh man, the Super Bowl was crazy. We didn't even talk about a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah. Was that last week? It feels like it was so long ago.
It was not last week.
It was this week.
No. And scene.
The last 10 seconds, like, is this guy an idiot? This is the end. If you're listening to this, is the end. This is the true ending. You made it.
Boom, ba, bam.